Smojikai Karate, Rinshi Lennis Darby, and this lesson plan is going to be throwing the Mawashi Geri, what we call a round kick or a roundhouse kick. It's a little bit different than what some systems call a round kick. Some systems call this a round kick, which is what we call a hook kick. Most systems call it a hook kick. There are a few who will confuse you with the way they express their terminology. But a round kick is done with the top of the foot. You hit with the instep of the foot here, and you're coming around the person's arm, hitting here, or you're coming around, hitting here if they try to block. So that's why it's called a round kick. It is a round motion. Earlier when I was doing the shin kick lesson, I stated that there are fundamental differences between a shin kick and a round kick. Those fundamental differences are in the motion of the kick. That is the only difference in what makes one a shin kick and one a round kick. A shin kick, there's an arch to the kick where you're coming up and down. With a round kick, it is a flat kick. Okay. Yes, you can have it up high. You want to kick up high, you pick the knee up and you throw it up high, but the motion is still a flat motion. There's no arch to it at all. So to demonstrate, a shin kick looks like this, up and down, hitting the same target area, down low. A round kick is, even though I'm using the knee, notice I always flex my knee in, there's no up and down. And my leg made contact with the same spot, okay? Even if I hit shin kick here with the shin, if I'm still close, or I'm back here and then my opponent moves in toward me, if it's a flat motion and I hit with my shin, that's still a round kick. Just because you're hitting with the shin doesn't make it a shin kick. The motion of it makes it a round kick. Now, with that being said, remember always, all kicks, stress this over and over again, all kicks begin with picking the knee up. Picking the knee up. With a round kick, you have got to make sure that your foot is straight, tight, all right? Because you're going to kick with the instep. If it's loose this way and you hit with the instep, what you're going to do is you're going to force that ankle back and you're going to sprain your ankle. It hurts, okay? Another very important thing, make sure you hit with the instep. Don't hit down on the toes. I see a lot of times, touch with the toes, that hurts. You're going to sprain them back. See, the people, they get those toes stretched out and they say, oh, I broke my toes. You didn't break your toes. You stretched your toes too far. How you wind up breaking your toes is you throw a round kick, but you don't point your foot. You wind up kicking with the toes this way. That way breaks your toes. Throwing the round kick. The key element in making this work and be effective for fighting purposes is in the twist of the hips. As you throw your round kick, okay, imagine that you're kicking over a flat surface, a tabletop. All right? Most people won't know this, but the average desktop or countertop or tabletop is 32 inches off the floor. All right? For me, that's right about 2 inches below my belt. So at my hips, the point of my hips, I'm about 34 inches. So that is a perfect surface for me to practice throwing my round kicks on a flat plane. You always want to throw those kicks on a flat plane because we're practicing precision. So what I'm able to do because of my height and the fact that the table is right perfect where I need it to be is I just use a dining table. Just kick over flat surface, knee up, kick flat this way, okay? Now, what you have to do is you have to turn your lower body. You're going to turn almost 180 degrees coming through, all right? Now, if you're shorter than I am, then find something small, a cardboard box, or a couple of small chairs, lay them down and kick over. And what I would do then is I'd put one chair here and one chair here so that you got to make sure that knee comes up here, okay? You want something here in front of you that knee has to come over, all right? You don't want to put a small target here and have that knee cheat this way. That's more like a front kick. You want that knee coming to the outside. If I'm facing you here on a round kick, you would see the knee way over here. And notice that my knee is just slightly above my foot because I want that flat trajectory. Right? Even if I'm aiming up high, it's still going to be up. Okay? I will just throw the foot up higher. Okay? Now, demonstrating the turn in the hips. As you turn your bottom foot, right now my bottom foot's facing the target. What's going to happen is it's going to twist, boom, when I turn. So that bottom foot is going on the ball of my feet. Now don't do it on your heel. You got bad balance on your heel. You're pushing your weight too far backwards this way. You want to be up on the ball of the foot here. All right? Knee up to the outside. You're going to come across that flat plane. Imagine there's a tabletop. And then you're going to twist that bottom foot. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it? It's really not, because your momentum is going to carry you through it. Now, as a white belt or a beginner or somebody transitioning in from another style who maybe wasn't taught this correctly, take your time. Don't get frustrated. Understand that any technique you learn that's going to be worthwhile and worth learning, you're going to have to put some time and effort into it. Black belts don't get to be black belts by faking, all right? Unless they're in one of those systems that allows you to fake your way through and you just pay money to get a belt. Let's go through those again. It's knee up, flat trajectory, twist your body. See how my hips are turned now? Now what I don't want to do is I don't want to turn so far that I'm showing my back or my back pocket. You want to turn just far enough that you're still up balance here. After your kick, lock your knee out on your kick, pull it back in, and practice following that same path back around. You want the foot to go the same motion here, and then the same motion back, doing the same. If you're limber and you can do it, same way, up and back. Knee up, out, knee back to the same position, and set it back down. All right? If you don't let that knee work in and out, you're not going to have good balance, you're not going to have good technique, you're not going to have good power or follow through. Now, just like we showed you on the front kick, here's how we want to practice our round kicks. All right? We're going to practice in the 4 counts. First count is going to be 1. Here, pick the knee up. To the outside, demonstrate towards you. Count 1. To the outside. All right? So, 1, 2. Make contact with your target. Don't stop here. See how my leg is bent? You want to be straight. Okay? Count 3. Pull it back in. 4. Set down. So you want to do 4 counts. Techniques. Over and over and over again. Now, again, just like the front kick, when we're practicing these basics, we want to practice 2 different ways. Okay? What I just showed you, that is the primary round kick. This is the one where you learn your fundamentals, you learn good transition of power, you can hit your target hard. Okay? Move this back a little bit. This is how you want to practice. All right? The next way is, I'm going to demonstrate off the front leg, is a snap round kick. Quick, boom. Quick, here. Boom, quick. All right? The motion's the same if I do it towards you here. All right? Watch, the knee's still going to come up. I'm not just flipping. The knee's up, boom. Now, and just like I did on the front kick, the knee is locking out. You can hear the gi snap because it is locking on the end, but I'm not twisting my power into it. I'm not extending that hip out and really putting a shockwave force into it. I'm just snapping out quick for more movement and speed. All right? Practice both ways and you'll wind up with a good roundhouse kick.